Hello everybody, welcome to HEV. My name is Jacob, and today we are going to be talking about a very serious topic that we've all kind of went through at least once in our lives, and that is suicide. And whether you've actually dealt with suicide firsthand, or if someone else has dealt with suicide, we've all kind of dealt with it in some way, shape, or form. And so today we're just going to kind of talk about that instead of actually talking about like what suicide is and how you can get over it and stuff like that. I'm going to kind of talk about my story. I'm not going to talk about too into detail because I don't really like to talk too much into detail about it. But I honestly believe that one of the best ways, one of the key features to getting over your suicide and depression is knowing that you are not alone, that you haven't, that other people go through the same thing as you do. And so that's why I'm going to share my story with you as best as I can. And my chicken is done. I love chicken dinosaurs. I didn't really start having these thoughts and start having problems until about last year. What was year 15? So like it was June, July, January, February, March, April, May, June, somewhere around that time of last year, when I started having these thoughts. And I think what started making me have these thoughts were my surroundings and I don't know, I think it was just what I was around and everything like that. And what basically happened is I started hearing voices right here, and they were whispers, like I couldn't understand them, stuff like that, and it was driving me bonkers. And there were only a couple of people that I told. I told 5 people. And the minute that they knew that I had this problem, they kind of shut me out of their lives, which didn't help at all. But there was one person that did listen to what I needed to say and try to help me out, basically just by talking to me and then just kind of let me talk and say what I needed to say. And in all honesty, I think that's what got me through, because you need to know that there's at least one person there for you, and you may have to end up going to several people before you find that person that will help you. And a lot of times the person that's willing to help you is the one right in front of you the whole time. It was a really dark and scary time that, I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't think that it would ever end. I mean, I didn't think that I was ever going to escape, and I thought about ending it just to make everything shut up. And kind of just get away from everyone, the people that was causing it, and to kind of keep myself from getting to the point of just kind of ending my life, I went to other methods of self-harm. Now, while I've only cut once, and it didn't help it. In fact, it made the whole situation worse for me. So I only cut once. But I did do other forms of self-harm that was probably worse for me than taking a blade to my skin, but I was able to tolerate it a little better, and it just kind of made me forget everything. I regret everything that I did do. I would never do it again, but it did get me through that small time frame. That's another thing. Now that I'm here and I'm a little bit better, I look back at it now and realize that that was just such a small section of my life. That even though that it was pure hell, it was only that much of my life. That much out of this. And then I start to realize how insignificant that little bit was. It didn't mean anything. Not when there's all this still to be lived. This didn't matter to me. This doesn't matter to me anymore. It's still part of my history, and I will still remember it. Just so that I'll remember where I don't want to be. So that I'll constantly work to stay away from what this used to be. But I don't dwell on it anymore. It's in the past. Doesn't matter anymore. I know I didn't give too big of a description of my story, but I think that's about all that I'll be able to do. But I guess the moral of what I had basically said is that it does get better, okay? It does. And it happens with time. And it happens with the help of one person. Just one person that will sit, say what do you need, talk to you, and let you talk. More let you talk than them talk. That will help you out the most. Just to be able to open up to somebody will help tremendously. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you to stop cutting. I'm not going to sit here to tell you to stop self-harming, whatever you're doing, because those are steps to getting better. You should work to stop doing it, but those little things will also help you keep your sanity for that little time frame. And then when you start getting better, you'll start easing off of everything that's just adding more pain to your life. I've said it once in some videos and I'll say it again. If I got through it, you can too. And whether you see it or not, there's at least one person out there that could not imagine a world without you. And you're not going to see that until after it's all done and over with. You just trust me on this. I've been through it. I may not have gone through exactly what you're going through, but I have a kind of general idea of what you're going through. So, just trust me on this. Everything gets better. So, thank you guys for watching this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.